F1 Academy is back after a 2-month break. And what a great season opener it was at the Jeddah circuit. It was Dorian Ping and Abby Pulling that took control and won the opening races of the season. We head to the unknown for round number 2 of the championship. Welcome to the Miami International Autodrome for the Miami Grand Prix. Let's take a look then around the Miami International Autodrome. A 3.362 mile circuit, 19 turns, a total of 3 DRS zones. Drivers have mixed feelings on this track, but one thing is certain, it's very fast. You need to get a very good exit out of this last corner as it carries good speed towards the start-finish straight. You're going to be in 8th gear as you cross the control line into a very hard braking zone for a very fast right in towards turn number 1. A medium speed right bend that opens up on exit as you head towards turns 2 and 3. This is a smooth still part of the track that goes single file as you approach in towards turns 5 and 6. A double left-hander through here and you take a wide line through and keep on the accelerator. This is the Marina section and it had real water last year as well. And this part of the track just wants to spit you out wide. You've got to get 2 correct entry points before this long back straight. This part of the track we saw Lando Norris and Pierre Gasly crash there. Let's hope the F1 Academy drivers don't do that. This opens up the DRS system as well and you're about to approach a real heavy braking zone. And this part of the track reminds me of Vietnam if you played the F1 2020 games. And this is the trickiest part of this circuit. A crest which is very, very blind. We've seen several crashes here too. This is a perfect opportunity coming up for DRS. It's a very long straight. You do not want to have high downforce around here because you're going to get eaten up alive with people with low wings. A prime overtaking opportunity as you head towards the penultimate few corners as well. And if you're feeling lucky enough, maybe try and go for the move through here as well. The rear steps up here, so be careful. And that is a lap around the Miami International Autodrome. Hello everybody, we are back for some great action here at F1 Academy. It's been 2 months away from this action, but we are excited to be on the streets of Miami for the Miami Grand Prix, situated at the Hard Rock Stadium, making its F1 debut back in May 2022. It is a temporary circuit. It is 5.41 kilometers long, 19 corners, 3 straight, an estimated top speed of 320 kilometers an hour, an elevation change of 3.53 meters, the main one found between turns 13 and turn 16, with a track headed over an exit ramp under various flyovers. A nice sunny day here in Miami. Nice sunny day where I am too. We've got myself, Jess Bull, in the commentary box, and joining us for this practice session, we've got 2 practice sessions today for this weekend, is Josh. Josh, how are you doing?
Not too bad, thanks, Jess. Nice to have Academy back for the first time since Saudi Arabia a couple of months ago, and the track looks a little bit better than what we had last time out. We were here 12 months ago. It's early morning, of course, so it's not too bad. It's just 10 a.m. over there in Miami. So rain clouds coming in. Could be in for a wet weekend for both F1 and Academy, and it should be quite good. The cars are already out there for the practice session, and yeah, as you say, 2 sessions, which I don't know why we need 2, but we're underway, and now we're going to see exactly what they've got to give as we're back in action for the second round of the title.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this. Obviously, it's been a while since we've done F1 Academy anyway, so you may not know what the format is of the session. So, last time out, we had 1 session. Obviously, we have 2 practice sessions. Then, we've got a qualifying session, but because we've got 2 practice sessions today, the qualifying session will take place tomorrow. That's 30 minutes. And then we have 2 races, one on a Saturday, one on a Sunday, 30 minutes each, and drivers fastest out set to go for race 1, second fastest out will set to go for race 2. And here's the hometown hero, Chloe Chambers, for an interview.
Back in Fort Wayne, Indiana, so, you know, spending some time there. We actually had the solar eclipse pass right by as well, so that was a pretty cool little moment. And then, yeah, kind of been going back to the Campos workshop and going back and doing all the prep and everything with them, just, trying to prepare for this race, of course.
So Chloe Chambers then has raced here before in the W Series. That was when the last time we were here, female drivers here. Not many people race here, but Chloe Chambers has. But how is the home fan support and also the support from Haas going to give that extra boost this weekend, Josh?
Oh, we saw in MotoGP with Marc Marquez how much it gives you a boost as well, and in Formula racing is just the same. It's what Nigel Mansell described it as a second per lap extra. So it's going to give her a big boost. Hopefully as well, this is a track that they would have tested a lot in the simulator. So we should be in for an interesting weekend. But I've just noticed as well that Courtney Crone, who's the wildcard driver, who's also home racer has crossed the pit exit line. So he's already under investigation. And there's a lot of dust on the track, so the oil flags are out. The slippery surface, red and white striped. So it's a bit treacherous out there. I'm just thinking, Jess, if it does rain, sand on the track, it's going to become very greasy and very slippery.
Yeah, it is going to be greasy once again, which is not ideal as well. It's a black and white flag for her as well. So every race weekend for F1 Academy, the country host will put forward a wildcard driver, and that's what Courtney Crone is right now. Here's your championship leader that we're riding on board with now, Abby Pulling. Now you're wondering why Abby Pulling is the championship leader. She didn't win a race. Well, what happened last time in the second race, the original race winner, Dorian Ping, she received a drive-through penalty for crossing the checker flag twice by completing 2 laps at full speed. Now, my initial reaction was she probably didn't know that she was meant to slow down and the checker flag was pretty much waved. But from the TV pictures, and Megan was commentating with me whilst we were doing this, we could both see it. So it was a bit of confusion in the commentary box as to why Dorian wasn't told by his engineer or didn't see it herself. So she got dropped down, whereas Abby and Wook got moved up to first and second in that race. But that gives Abby a good advantage going into Miami, and she was looking good in the test at Zandvoort. But what do you think of Dorian getting a penalty for that incident? It was probably a slam dunk, wasn't it?
It was a slam dunk, unfortunately, because there has been precedent for it in Formula 2 as well. Raghunathan took the flag once as well in a session. So unfortunately, it was a slam dunk, but it's not Dorian's fault, and it's not the fault of Abby Pulling either. Abby Pulling received a lot of hate on social media for it, and it's nothing to do with her. She finished second. She did her race exactly as she needed to and got the victory after Dorian's disqualification. If anything, it's the fault of the team for Dorian, the Mercedes team, of course, for Dorian Ping, and then also it's the fault, I'm going to say, of the race directors, because we saw, Jess, the checkered flag was barely visible to the top. It was just pretty much a stick. So there was no flag waving. And then by the time the cars came out a second time, the flag had gone. So there was no clear indication that the checkered flag had come out, and the team who were already celebrating, they're at fault as well because they didn't tell her over the radio, and she was asking. So, in my opinion, as Dorian goes top now, she shouldn't have lost the race win, but it was a slam dunk. It's the team's fault and it's the FIA's fault, not hers.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, of course, because obviously she's had huge success last year. In her first season in single-seaters, she even got a Frecker drive as well with the F1 Academy champion from last season. I can't wait to see how well they do in that. But yeah, it was a bit unfair for her, really, because she, excuse me, is a superstar in F1 Academy at the moment, but there's quite a few drivers that want to beat her, in particular Pulling and Woog and lots of other drivers as well. Chloe Chambers goes first, third fastest, and shows that experience does count here at the moment, but obviously times will tick down as the track gets grippier at the moment.
Big lock-up on the inside front right as well there. I think we're going to see a replay of it. No, this is... Yeah, that's Courtney Crone completely cutting the exit there, just at the exit of the pit lane. So, yeah. And what's Marty done? Oh, just
And wait,
twitching.
Marty then. Oh. So she went off. Now, that I was saying in the hot lap, that is really difficult to get your entry points right. And we're seeing Chloe Chambers now. Did she get blocked in her lap? Oh, no, that was the lock-up. Another lock-up for Chloe Chambers. So she could have gone faster and beat Dorianne there.
And locked up on the exit of the hairpin at the penultimate corner, and locked up at turn 1 as well. So that car's front brake balance completely out of it. Abby Pulling has gone top, 2 minute point 2 as 0.101, so 2 minute 2 101, that's the time. Lola Love and Fosse's up to 5th place, and Jess Edgar's up into 3rd as well. But I did try my best, Jess, at Donington to find Abby Pulling and Alice Powell, but because of the disrupted day we had, the Formula 4's...
You would have told me if you found them, and you didn't, because, understandable. I mean, due to the busy weekend, you had lots of other things to worry about, of course. As Maya goes second fastest, we've got Marty that is improving on that lap as well. We've got Omi in the chat. Hi, Omi says, I remember that in F2. Mavia provided so much stuff in F2 there. That is interesting, not gonna lie. But we are seeing the track times improve every lap, so we may not see Dorianne be fastest for that much longer. It's much closer than what we saw in Jeddah. That's because more people have raced here in other formulas compared to obviously Jeddah, where not many formulas race at all, which have female drivers. As Marty goes up to the line, goes top, Josh.
Yep, 2 minute 1 point. My timing screens are frozen as well on the monitors. In fact,
2 minute 1.695.
Yeah, that's why it's been deleted by the
lap time
stewards.
deleted.
Right, okay, so it wasn't my timing screen. That was funny. Marty's lap time's been deleted for track limit, so it was a 2 minutes 1.695, but that's gone. So what was 4 tenths faster? She must have cut the corner somewhere across it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend actually, because we saw W Series ran here before as well. This is where they opened up their 2022 campaign. So there's now a track for the first time that we can have a direct comparison between W Series and F1 Academy. I know people are going to say, well, what about COTA last year? That doesn't really count, because COTA last year was slightly different for F1 Academy compared to when we raced there for W Series. This year, it's the first proper direct comparison when everyone's up to speed, everyone is in the groove, so it's going to be interesting to see who's what and who's where. But in my opinion, definitely F1 Academy is a better run series than W Series was.
Yeah, I think so too. You mean that people get super license points as well? We see many drivers from F1 Academy go on to bigger and greater things. Obviously, Dorianne with Fracker now, and as well as F1 Academy commitments, obviously with Iron Downs for both of those, and WEC as well. As speaking of Dorianne, he goes fast on 102.230 as confirmed lap time deleted. Track limits turn 5 it was. That's where she lost it as well.
Weird
and
off.
Yeah, I tend to lose it there as well when I do. I hate racing Miami. It's absolutely awful. I'm fast around it, but I hate driving it. But there's another driver who's also a home hero, Lila Block. There's a lot of Americans in this series. I like this.
Yeah, they're going to get a couple of races this year as well, Miami being one part on the calendar, and they get 2 races. Of course, this weekend for Formula 1 here is also a sprint weekend, the same as COTA later on in the year. They didn't want to put Vegas as a sprint, so America gets a total, they get 3 races, but technically they get 5.
And we're not at COTA this time.
Yeah, so we're not for F1 Academy. Good, that's why we get Miami this weekend.
So we've got Barcelona in the middle of June, and we've got Zandvoort middle of, I think it's August. Then between Zandvoort and Singapore, we got only a month's break. And then we got a 3-month break between Singapore and Qatar, and then a week break between Qatar and Abu Dhabi, which I find quite weird.
Abu Dhabi's going to be a very busy weekend. I don't think it clashes with any MotoGP, so it'll just be F1 Academy, F2 and F1.
Pretty much all the support series apart from F3.
Yeah, F3 wrap up at Monza, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so they get let go a bit early. I don't know why F1 Academy isn't being wrapped up at Monza, whereas F3 is. It's a bit confusing to me about that, but...
yeah, because F1 Academy are running less rounds than F3, right?
Yeah, and to be fair, I think the whole concept needs rejigging a little bit. I mean, when you have support series that don't go to every single round, it is slightly confusing. I mean, in.
They should all
Yeah.
end at the same place.
I always say we should have start, middle, and the end all at the same places, yeah, because then it's complete fairness. And I think that's going to happen next year, of course, because F1, F2, and F3 are going to run in Australia as the season opener, so that's going to be a long weekend for us when we start it. Australia this year was, 30 streams in 3 days or something silly like that.
70 hours it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, 70 hours, yeah, that's it. It was an insane amount of broadcasting. Jess Hedger stopped on the track, Jess, according to my information. She might be in the pit lane, however.
Yes, Jess in the pits.
Good, because it just went red on my timing screen. That's all I found. But Block is looking
That's
good
weird.
here. Yeah, P7 at the moment. 201.522.
Times are quite close between Ping, Edgar, and the driver in third as well. So that's the crest section, which drivers found it tricky in when the W Series came, and obviously the F1s as well. So the elevation changes catching Liar out, it seems, the number 57, backed by Williams. Now each driver has an affiliation by either an F1 team, a sponsor, or in Jess Edgar's case, just F1 Academy. But I really do hope she gets backed by someone else in the future as well. And I think this is a lock-up from Dorianne that we just saw in our picture. Oh, that's Lila Block. As we said, yellow flag. She's back on the track again, Josh.
That's down at turn 6, so that's just a loss at the back. She'll get that going. I reckon she's drifted offline and the rear's just stepped out on it. It was only out for 10 seconds, that yellow flag, so nothing too dramatic. Did we get a replay? No, Hughes up into 10th position as well, who has got track experience here from the W Series. Same for Bianca Bustamante. Here's Leah Block on board. Yeah, she's going to get on that curb. It's going to lose her around. It's the drain, Jess. She lost it on the drain cover.
Oh, do not speak to me about drain covers. If there's a problem with drain covers in Miami, what is it with American tracks? Is there real life water this year?
I don't know. I haven't seen that part of the track yet. I would hope so.
Because there was last year.
Yeah, we were promised. There's Jamie Chadwick,
who has experience around this track, but for some reason there's some parts of the weekend where it did not go well for her.
Yeah, a bit weird one, that one. Back in race 2, wasn't it? She didn't do too well.
Yeah, in race 2 she didn't do as well.
Race 1. Oh, hang on, we've got an interview.
For me, the track was quite cool in the simulator, but I know that especially when we start tomorrow, the track is still green because we are the first out on track. So yeah, I'm a bit afraid of the changing track grip conditions, but I know that the track is already here for a couple of years now, so it should be better than in the first year.
That is a good point, actually, that she raised, because at the start of the weekend, this is the first series it's going to be on, whereas obviously the F1, they'll have a little bit of a grip for F1 Academy. They'll probably have a bit more representative running for free practice 2 once the F1 do their free practice later.
Yeah.
Their only free practice. So F1 Academy get more practice time.
Yeah, 80 minutes compared to the hour. So what on earth's happened with F1 there? I don't know, because
Why have they got 2 sprints in a row? That's what I don't get.
it's really annoying, and it annoys me on the weekends as well, because now we're going to have the sprint shootout this afternoon. Then tomorrow morning you've got the sprint race going into then qualifying and then the race on Sunday. But the problem is, as we found out in Shanghai, you sort of just lose momentum with it all. And I think also Shanghai was the one, as I think we said, as me and Megan were commentating on both the sprint and the qualifying session on our own. So that's the first time we had a race on our own in a number of years. And we found it weird in the commentary box as well, not talking to anybody else. So they've got to change the times of it. I think this weekend might be a bit more favourable for the European viewers, but we're going up against NASCAR. Formula 1 against NASCAR as well at Kansas.
In America side of things, I don't think... I think some people in the UK watch NASCAR, but it's not really an accessible platform, where it's going to be competition in America, I think.
Yeah, to put it up like that is ridiculous. But I think last year F1 beat NASCAR in the ratings, if I remember clearly. Yeah,
as Chloe Chambers goes second. But I think what F1 and Formula E are doing right for when I'm going to be in London in July is they're purposely putting the race for Formula E on late so people can watch the F1.
Yeah.
So there's no direct clash.
Helps us as well.
Which I like.
Yeah, helps us massively.
But that means that does mean, though, we get a late finish and I'll need to be up early the next day and all that stuff. So that's one disadvantage. But at least we could watch F1 at the circuit, probably at the fan village or something. But, yeah. So NASCAR, actually, no, NASCAR probably not owned by the same company as F1, so they can't do that, whereas F1 and Formula E are governed by FIA, so they can do that.
And MotoGP now also owned by Liberty Media. First time we get to talk about that on air now. So that's even more exciting. Can't wait for that. No more direct clashes between MotoGP and F1. Fantastic.
That would be brilliant because we got, I think, in May is going to be, the end of May is going to be awful. But don't worry, we are starting to figure out the running order of things. So don't you worry, we will have it covered on JB Motorsports.
Oh, Chambers.
We're live back.
Sorry.
Oh, Chambers had a lock up again.
Yeah, lost.
Carry on, Josh.
Right on the entry, just locked up and thought, right, I'm not going to make that corner, so just backed out of it. And she's cut the track, so she's already lost the lap time by the stewards. Back to you.
Yes. I forgot what I was going to say now, Josh. You lost my train of thought there. But we will be back on JB Motorsports 1 tomorrow. And if you're watching this delayed on JB Motorsports 1, welcome. But this is on JB Motorsports 2 today for the rest of the day. That includes the 2 practice sessions we got on F1 Academy, F1 Sprint, F1 practice, and then F1 Sprint shooter. Everything else is back on JB Motorsports 1 tomorrow. We should get the live action back by the time F1 Academy qualifying starts, which is great news. But we're live on Twitch as usual, so this is good. There's a bit of smoke there from, who was it? That wasn't Chloe.
That is.
I'll tell that livery.
Look, car 30, near Marty, it looked like. I think I saw a 3-0.
Marty again, yeah.
This time a little bit at the back. But not too bad this opening practice. 20 minutes to go, we're halfway in. And we're just fractionally coming into the 1 minute 59s. I reckon we will see about 1:59 as the pole time as well later. But as you said, the track's
there'll be more grip later on as well.
Yeah. But that rain.
Rubber lay down.
There is rain coming in for the races tomorrow. This is what we were told. So the F1 Academy race is before the F1 Sprint race. And it's the same on Sunday as the F1 Academy race is before the main Grand Prix. So you're going to have this strange situation of the track being, improved on grip, but also incredibly dusty and greasy and then wet at the same time. So imagine you're running on a beach and then the wave comes across you and all the sand's going to stick to your feet. That's exactly what's going to happen to the tyres, which means you're going to have no grip.
Yeah.
So we really are into the unknown. And I mean, it's 10:21 over there in Miami, and already I can see some clouds hovering over the top of the circuit.
That's not going to be good as Jess Edgar has no, there's no water.
Oh, there isn't, no. That's a shame.
No, that's gutting.
The fake Marina Harbour, still with no water.
The fake Marina, and the one in the game is more real than what it is in real life.
Aqua non Marina.
Aqua non Marina, as well. As we got her coming through to finish off her lap through sector 2, it was as well.
This is Jess. Jess, I thought Jess Ed was going to lose it. Then that's twice she's lost it.
I thought she was going to go in the wall there as well.
That car's not set up right. There's something.
No.
There's something wrong with the turning vane on that.
Maybe brake bias potentially as well. I don't know, but. Yeah, luckily she does have time, though, to tweak it a little bit before free practice 2 later on as well.
All right, bear with me here, Jess. We're in a spec series where liveries and weight are no problem. So why is the Alpine with Abby pulling still not got a half carbon livery and it's only a bit pink? It's like, why? Why isn't it full livery? It's a bit... I don't know what Alpine are doing.
I think they want to keep it consistent with the F1 car, I think, which I do not get.
Can't have the F1 Academy car looking better than the F1 car, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They should design it like they're wet cars, by the way.
Oh, Alpine are the worst team on the grid right now, without a doubt.
They're the worst team. I think Alpine and Williams are the worst teams on the grid in terms of performance. Not being mean or anything, but they are. Even Haas and Sauber are doing better than them. Yeah. Even though Sauber's not scored any points, Sauber was so close to scoring points a few occasions.
Yeah. Joe and Bottas last time out as well. How impressive they were. So
it was a shame that they were so close and just missed out, of course. We haven't talked much about the championship standings, and since we're riding on board with Abby pulling now, we get to talk about it. She is leading the way on 44 points. We got Wogan second on 33 points, Pin in third on 32, Bustamante fourth on 18. Then we got Marty in fifth on 15, Chambers with 13, Edgar on 12, joint with Hamal Kabasi, Tina Houseman on 8 points, Schreiner on 7 points. We've got Nobles on 6, Al Kabasi on 4, Lemon Fossey on 4. Jafali, I believe that was the wild card for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. As long as Lyra Block, Emily DeHouse got 0 points, and obviously Courtney is making her debut this weekend. So not much of a gap between Wood and Dorian Pink, because obviously Dorian Pink got that penalty. Abby Pulley just a little bit off on her lap though, so I'm guessing she'll be on the push that a little bit later on. But it's getting brighter at this part of the circuit, Josh. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, so Sector 3 is getting a little bit more sunny. Sector 1 and 2 still got a little bit of cloud in it, but the sunshine just breaking through on this backstretch, which always reminds me of a combination between Montreal on the back run towards the hairpin and Edison Park, which was an R-Factor. Original R-Factor track, R-Factor 1. It was yeah. It just every time I see it, it makes me want to play that track, and it's a nightmare. I haven't played racing in a while because we've all been busy, but Pulling did go slow on that last lap time, or 2:01.3. Best lap time to 2:06. Oh, De Hughes is under investigation for speeding in the pit lane.
The House. It's not De Hughes, it's
De
House.
Thank you. See, this is why I'm only the practice commentator. Again, caught on that train.
So Megan's joining for qualifying, is that correct? Well, joining you for qualifying.
Yes. Yeah. And then
cool.
She's back with you for the race.
Perfect. Oh yeah, she only does qualifying and races, and she doesn't do practice.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Well, she's right at the end of the university year, so she's got loads of assignments.
I don't blame her. She's excused.
Yeah, she doesn't like these sprint races either because it's taking up so much time. Team
fine for the House speeding in the pit lane.
Right.
Well, that's inconsistent.
Why
because
the team?
Why penalise the team? It's the driver's fault. Like, I just don't get it, because in F1 the driver gets a penalty, whereas F1 Academy it's the team. So there must be something in the teams that I don't know, the inconsistency at the moment. Bustamante is P3. Now, she got heavily penalised due to track limits last time out as well. But again, she's driven here last time in the W Series as well. This could be a good track for her too. And also, I was watching a bit of footage from F1 24, and she did a bit of fun races on the simulators, which I found quite fascinating with her.
Do we know about the F1 24 game yet? Is it a different engine or is it the same? I saw the track footage.
Same engine.
Oh, what's the point? We are now 4.5 years into PlayStation 5? God's sake.
And I think we're hearing for Nobles now.
So it's going to be very easy to warm the tires, and then expect to have a lot more grip during the qualifying and races with the F1 driving. So the track will be super different, and we will have to adapt really, really quickly.
So there we go then. There's a chat from Nobles. We're just seeing people warming their tyres up to go for a few more push laps. 12 minutes left of this practice session. And of course, we've got another practice session later on. No qualifying until tomorrow, as we were saying earlier. Dorian is going a lot faster than her previous lap. She's got a bit of a toe from the driver in front as well. Flicks the car towards the last corner where you need to carry some good speed going up through there as well. She's looking like the fastest driver out there on the circuit at the moment. It's between her and Pulling and Chloe Chambers and Bianca as well, the drivers who've got a lot of experience around this track. Could we get into the 159s for the end lap? We'll have to wait and see. Up to the line. Oh, very close, Josh.
Yeah.
2 minute point 1.
We're getting there, aren't we? As my voice is going a little bit. Sorry, we've been doing all F1 all day, and I'm still not 100%. Everyone's been struck by
F1,
illness.
MotoGP.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Oh, slide there.
So we've got Shriner is out. Oh, that it's always when they go wide to go too wide and they don't get their entry points right.
Yeah, it's too dirty off lines. It's just sort of snatching the front end of the grip, and it pushes off the track. But yeah, we did. Today we've done the warm session and the MotoGP race. That's airing later on JBMotorsports 1. So if you haven't seen that race, which you wouldn't have on our coverage, even on Twitch, that is airing on JBMotorsports 1 at 5 and 6 o'clock. So go and watch that.
That's just before the F1 practice session, right?
Yes, I've spliced it in perfectly on JB1. And then of course tomorrow I've done Moto 3 as well, but I haven't done Moto 2 yet because the timings were all wrong. So and I ran out of time. So I'm doing that after the Formula 1 practice, or after one of the practice sessions for F1 Academy. Basically later on. So I'll get that sorted.
Okay.
And then
Fair enough.
Moto 3 and Moto 2 premiere tomorrow morning, and then everything from today, all 4 sessions, premiere on JB Motorsports 1 in the morning, and then we're live in the afternoon, and we're live across all channels this weekend. So JB Motorsports 1 and 2, Twitch as well. So that's where we're going to be.
Oh, 2 of them.
Yeah.
Or is it just in case we need a backup or whatever?
Precisely, yeah. So we're live on both channels all weekend, just in case.
Facebook? Joking.
I could try, but I'm not entirely sure if it would.
No, your
work.
CPU will go bananas.
US Open is also even a push, but I think we've got NASCAR at the same time as well, so that's going to be Jade. Someone hit the wall there. I heard.
Now I know someone hit the wall.
Someone whacked the wall.
Josh, I could do USRN for Miami Sunday because
perfect.
it's bank holiday on Monday, so I'm off work.
Perfect, excellent. So, Jess.
So yeah, I'll do USRN on Sunday. I can't do it on Saturday, but I could do it on Sunday.
Oh yeah, sprint race. Oh well, Josh T can do it for the sprint, so we're fine.
Yeah, but I'll do it on Sunday. As Abby Pulley's going faster again, saying anything you could do, I could do better. 1,000th quicker, but Bustamante is looking to improve on her previous best. Can she beat Abby's time for now? The answer to that is yes. Yes, she can. Oh my God.
Great lap time for Bianca there. 2:0.271. Maya Wang goes up into 4th. Edgar goes 6th, but here comes Abby Pulling. Slow second sector there, Jess, but up to the line. She's going to boot it. She might get it.
She might get it, but I think the final sector was going to be the make or break for her, and she does go top.
Look at that, 19 thousandths away from a 1:59. This track is improving so fast.
Shame it wasn't a 2 minute .007.
Yeah, that would have been nice, especially with the Alpine livery. What's Amanda Alcabasi done? Again, Jess, twitching at that exit curb. You're right. It's like there's something out there that just snaps the cars away at turn 6 and 7.
Were the F2s here last season?
Not on my memory. No, I think it was, no, they weren't. It was just F1 last year. Because it should have been F1.
As soon as I say F2 or F3, Emily's like, what?
He's like, no.
I do send our best wishes to Omi, who's currently not feeling very well at the moment. So that's why you'll only see him for a few sessions this weekend while he rests up a little bit.
Yeah,
I wasn't feeling very well last week.
We've all
but
been
I'm better now.
Yeah.
I'm all good.
Well, I got electrocuted. That was really bizarre. How that I was commentating. I was doing the Grid Tonight show, and I've changed microphones now in Leeds. So we use one of these microphones in Leeds, and it had a 48 phantom power on it. And midway through talking, a jolt, and I didn't know why. It felt like I got shocked, and then I felt really dizzy and ill. And then I was just like, I just boiled basically. And now I've got this really weird problem where hives have come up on my hands with my eczema as well, and it's like I've got a reaction to something. So it's like I'm being electrocuted now and being burned afterwards. It's really not nice.
I always get hives in my ears. Oh, Josh T's not at the sprint, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He's at Fruxton.
Oh, yeah, that's the point. Well, Megan's laptop can do something for me. Wayne goes across the line, stays in 4th place. Yeah, we'll just do it on Megan's laptop.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Hi, Paul.
Hello, Paul. Hope you're well. See, people are still finding us on JB Motorsports too. We got some good viewership last week on the streams that we did do.
I couldn't believe we got over 1,000 on some of them as well, even on the touring cars. That was amazing. I mean, I didn't look at it until after because obviously we had rain delays, so I was going in and out. But I was absolutely gobsmacked on the second channel that we had all those. So definitely made it worth it.
Yeah, round 1 had 1.1k and round 3 had 969.
Really bizarre weekend. But that
And
was
IndyCar
great.
did well too.
Yeah, that surprised me actually. IndyCar doing well was great. So yeah, not bad at all. And then we've premiered.
It shows that the advertising's working.
Yeah. So we premiered NASCAR because obviously we couldn't do that race live, and there was a story behind that. Basically, Josh T was doing IndyCar and then also running the thing for touring cars.
But and since touring cars was delayed, he didn't have enough time to set up the NASCAR stream.
Yeah, so we basically got about 21 laps into NASCAR after we came off air from touring cars. Dorian Pan does a 1:59.9.
Pin.
Yes, pin. Brilliant. We need to get that sorted.
Yeah.
But she did it.
Oh, someone had lap time deleted. I didn't see who that was.
Who flew down?
Or was it me just imagining things? Probably me just imagining things. But yeah.
No, Marty, lap time deleted, Jess.
Again.
Yeah. Last lap 2 minute, best lap 2:01. So it was Marty, Jess. I can tell you that because I've just looked on the map here, and she's just got up to 4th now anyway, Jess. So 2 minute .403 is on board with her. So that's why she's come back through. But yeah, so we got into we started then realizing that we've missed NASCAR live, and also we haven't got the first 21 laps of the race. So I immediately recorded it and thought it was all set up. Got back home to find out that it hadn't recorded. And it hadn't recorded the audio. So thankfully, thanks to Timing71, you can go back and replay the archive. And Matthew
It is so good. It is so good.
And Matthew sent over the commentary, so I spliced it together yesterday, and it premiered last night. It was all alongside the IndyCar on the main channel. So NASCAR did go out as well. So we have done that race as well. But now Matthew wants to do like classic races. So it's quite handy because you can go back years.
Oh, that is handy as well. So the classic NASCAR races.
Yeah. So I'm quite.
You know what Matthew Owen should do?
What?
Commentate on last year's NASCAR race, which followed right after the Indy 500.
Coca-Cola 600. He probably did do it. I can't remember.
Yeah. He probably did do it. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Sorry.
But we can put it on with graphics and set it up. So.
Yeah.
Also, what that does mean that I'm already thinking of is that when we come to the month of May, I've done every month of May since 2016, the 100th. So I've got the 100th onwards. So we have and we did a couple of them live on YouTube, of course. So we've got a couple years worth of Indy 500s that we could record and premiere and have a little bit of a throwback classical to it.
That would be good.
Yeah, so we're working on that for the month of May to have a bit of excitement. Like, because we do all the normal, and there's like a week after Monday, which is last practice. You get like 6 days where there's nothing on. So perfect to stream some stream some classic Indy races. We've got some interviews.
Fans have been great. Home race is pretty exciting. I think of all the races I could have been the wild card at, this is definitely one of the more special ones. So amazing to be at an F1 weekend, especially on a street course. It'll be my first street course experience, so a lot to take in and a lot to have fun with. The nerves will probably be a little high, but I'm going to do my best to just keep calm, keep focused, take it lap by lap, and really try not to get myself too worked up out there.
Courtney Crone looks
Yeah,
like
I think
a
she
friend of
feels
mine.
right. Sorry, carry on.
As I say, Courtney Crone looks like a friend of mine called Courtney as well. It's quite weird.
Yeah, she does. So she is 23 years old. She's from California. She started racing karts at the age of 3, and she has done sprint cars and racing LMP3, speedway and motorcycles, and most recently the Super Trofeos and Lamborghinis, which I absolutely love, by the way. So she does have experience elsewhere as well, which is always great to see. Good to give some people some experience. Hamza Al-Kabas just said new personal best, 2 minute 1.514. So where does that put her? I can't remember. That puts her near the back, 14th spot.
Yeah, that's not great there for Amanda. Just to answer the chat, Paul says, I will always be here. I can't afford skies. This is my way of following F1, which is why I'm so very grateful for your service. Pleasure to have you here. That's exactly what we're here for on the channel. And Amy says, I remember when Alex Jakes did an Indy 500 on Sky with Tom Gamemore during 2020. I was like, NBC, go on ad break more. They did, and they had a red flag during as well. And Christian says, do they not live stream the race? Well, they should be. They're live streaming the practice sessions as well, but it looks like F1 Academy have stopped doing that already. So we'll keep an eye on that.
So I know they're live streaming qualifying and the races, but I don't think the practice sessions, they're not scheduled, and there's probably going to be some tweets saying where the practice session.
Should put it out free to air. It's a female racing academy providing more. It should be, and that's where Megan's going to be in the box for qualifying in the races tomorrow. I'm here today alongside Jess, and
Hi.
But that's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. The F1 sprint, I think, is going to be fantastic, and then these races as well. It's brightening up a little bit, which is great news as well.
Now, this Ferrari car has the HP sponsor now. Now, I've got my opinions on the Ferrari car, but I will... Actually, no, I'm not in the practice session, am I? I'm in the pits.
No.
I can say my thoughts now. I don't like it.
Don't either. They should have been more blue if it was proper blue.
Well, but they got rid of most of the reds. I just
I know.
don't like it.
It's so bizarre.
They got rid of what's Ferrari, which I don't get. I would have saved my opinions for practice, but I'm not in practice.
Yeah.
Just so I could have some food.
Yeah, I thought I'd give you a session off because you need it.
Yeah, I do, and I thank you for it.
Jackson's going to be with us in the race.
Woohoo!
Josh T's going down to the pit lane for the Grand Prix, and the reason
Take
for
a
that.
flag.
Oh, good. Yeah, the reason for that is because he's doing the NASCAR stream, so we can't have him in the box. So Jackson's back with us as the American for this weekend.
Yeah, our American veteran, as it were.
He's been getting some great stuff, hasn't he, recently? He's at Laguna Seca coming up in a couple of weeks as well.
Yeah, he's been absolutely smashing at the moment on Grid and JBMotorsports. He's been doing some good stuff for us. So I do appreciate your... If you're watching this back, we do appreciate your assistance, Jackson. As the checker flag has dropped, we got the final few drivers about to finish their final laps of the session, but most of it's just race trim laps for now, as Maya is going to do a few more laps, as we got she's about to finish her lap actually as well. Not that much improvement. Marty jumps Wood though up to 4 fastest. Let's hope her lap time doesn't get deleted, Josh.
Yeah, I hope not, because that's a great little jump up for the race later on. Of course, it's very hard to tell who's who, because they are Ferrari, Mercedes and all that, but also the teams run like with Prema as well in the sport category, so you've got to think beyond the name. It's quite difficult, as we see the Sauber showing going up into 11th position there.
Yes.
But Dorian Pan, however it is it? Did we find out yet?
I really don't. Omi, can you get that Prema video, please? Which says the pronunciations again of her, please. If you're better, of course. I'm not forcing you to do something. Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, Dorian
I
is
hate
top.
getting names wrong.
Well, we found Dory this time. She's P1, 159.949. Yeah, but the problem is, the funny thing is just that everybody's getting her name wrong. So it's not just us.
Even the commentators.
Yeah.
The World 3 commentators as well.
Well, poor Nikki Shields, I listened to it back as well, was having a baptism of fire last time out. I mean, Megan and Jess didn't even have any TV pictures during the first race and still did a better job than Nikki Shields did in race 1.
Don't go that far. It was hard as hell.
It was hard, but it was better commentary. And yeah, we got a lot of positive comments actually from YouTube's commentary duo at Saudi.
Shame I can't do qualifying tomorrow.
Yeah, but you're back for the race, aren't you? But you're racing, Jess.
I will be back. I will be back for the race. Yeah. We're not sure. They're not sure about numbers for the race tomorrow as well. There's not many people, so let's just hope they don't cancel the race.
Well, if they do, then you back for quali. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my HP god, don't get me started on that, says Omi. Yeah, but the Prima one has a completely different one to what she said herself, so it's confusing. Ah.
So is it I'm just going to call Dorian. I'm just going to call the first name.
Dorian.
Ping.
Big black marks left down there by...
Oh, can I just call her Ping? I'm going to call her Ping. I don't know.
Gotta be Ping, isn't it? Is it Pang? Ping? Ping Pang?
It's got to be Ping.
We're playing ping pong with Peng Pang's name.
Ping. Ping.
Good practice starts here.
Yeah, practice starts. So they get practice starts as well as F1.
Max Verstappen's going to be very much happy that he's got so much grip down there for his pole position slot for the sprint of the Grand Prix.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to select my picker winners. And I don't know what to choose for NASCAR, though.
I thought you did pick a winner. Like, you did the video for Grid Network.
No, I mean my predictions.
Oh, right, okay.
I haven't done my predictions yet. But I've still got time. I've got till tomorrow.
I need to go put my hands in some cold water.
NASCAR might wait until they're qualifying.
Is there a quali? I'm not sure. There might not be a qualifying, you know.
All right.
Sometimes
I don't watch NASCAR that much. That's probably why I don't pay attention that much.
That's why we only stick to the races, because otherwise it's like some weeks we've got a practice session, some weeks we've got no qualifying, and it's just ridiculous. Josh, I still heard Reddick and whatever his name is and the chance of getting in, right? Tyler Reddick, yeah, I did mine for the first time. Tyler Reddick, yeah, he's got a shot of getting it. We're back.
Also, Omi's actually done his pickle winners for the first time this year.
Seems to have done.
Go on, Omi.
I think.
And there's only three choices, and if you get all three,
bonus points,
if Max Verstappen wins 2, and if you get NASCAR, you get bonus 10 points.
Which is big.
And Omi's guessed for the first time, so you'll probably get an additional few points.
I think I'm up to 10th now in the pickle winning standings as well. Matthew
after you done a very good one last week.
Yeah.
You didn't go with Max for the sprint. Omi!
Oh, Max is going to dominate here. He has won every race here at Miami.
I know what Omi has gone for. I think he's gone for science for the sprint.
Max won here in 22 and 23, didn't he? Perez.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Perez didn't win here, no.
No. He's expecting a crazy sprint. I'm not.
It's going to rain, so probably.
Oh, no, that's a good point. If it rains, it's not going to be Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
Because Red Bulls just don't do well in the rain.
I'm going to be excited to see whatever happens, really, when he comes up for this. Oh, I think we're going to have the results. Here we are.
There we are. It took a while to get the results, but here we go then. Dorian takes top honours for free practice 1. Abby pulling in 2nd. Bianca Bustamante is 3rd. Then we got Noelle Marty in 4th. Maya Wook in 5th. Chloe Chambers in 6th. Emily de House in 7th. Jess Edgar in 8th. Aurelia Nobles in 9th. Laya Block rounds up your top 10. Then we got Carrie Schreiner in 11th. Hammer Alkabasi in 12th. Lola Lovin Fossey in 13th. Tina Houtsman in 14th, Hamad Al-Kabasi in 15th, and the wildcard Courtney Crone in 16th position. Now that's the end of that then. Josh, what are your thoughts going, what are your thoughts this practice session, and what are your expectations for free practice 2?
Great opening session, track was gripping up. I think we're going to see about 158 now in practice 2 once the F1 guys get out there and put some rubber down. But the sun has come out, the track's heating up. We should be in for a better practice 2 later.
Yeah, and I'm excited for this as well because obviously W Series been there before. It's going to be great, but we are gone for around about a couple of hours. We've got a couple of hours break before we got F1 Miami free practice 1. That's at 5:15 on JBMotorsports 2. Then we've got F1 Academy free practice 2 on at 8:20. F1 Miami sprint qualifying on at 9:15 on JBMotorsports 2 and Twitch. Well, Miami's delivered so far in free practice 1. Thanks for your company. Thanks to Josh for joining me in the commentary box. You'll see him and Josh T in F1 Miami free practice 1. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.